Hey yo, Chiksua here. Today we're going to show you guys how to auto farm the final boss TARMIEL. So before we're going to start with anything, we are going to check which difficulty is it going to be worth it to farm or which is most efficient to farm. So basically, first of all, we're going to start with Hell. So Hell has 50 or up to 50 TARMIEL points for 40 stamina, which means the value is going to be 1.25. The value for extreme is actually pretty bad. It's going to be 30 stamina for up to 34, and the value is going to be 1.13, which means you definitely shouldn't farm extreme because Hell difficulty, or at least getting the points from Hell, is much better, while in the hard difficulty it's actually going to be the best because you're going to get up to 28 for 20 stamina, which has a value of 1.4 or at least up to 1.4 TARMIEL points per stamina, which means if you want to do it efficient, farm the TARMIEL in the hard difficulty, and if you're going to do it a little bit faster, do the Hell difficulty. The problem is only if you're going to kill the minions, you're going to actually boost up the stats, and it's going to be really annoying to kill him. So the best is going to be actually using, at least for auto team, only green units. That's number one, in order to basically 100% target TARMIEL. And also another thing, only single target units. So we're going to choose together now which units could be, like, for example, a good option. So 100%, I think number one option is going to be Brunhild, because Brunhild number one, I think most of the people at this point of the game have Brunhild, and she hits like a truck. So number two, I was also checking, okay, which debuffs can he get? And he actually can get bleed on, which means, in my opinion, eventually Jericho is the green. Jericho might be actually a pretty good option. So let's go into green again. So basically, as I said, only units which actually single target. So even a Zeldris might be pretty good, but the thing is, he has debuffs, which is not cool at all. So unfortunately, my Jericho is still level 90, but I think it's going to be cool to bring out a very old unit. It has been a while I touched her. So for example, if you do have Danafor Liz, Danafor Liz would be a good option as well. Also eventually Jormungand, but else I'm honestly not sure anymore which unit would have only single targets. Maybe him. Oh yeah, he would be a pretty good choice as well, I think. He has only single targets with a weak point though, so weak point, if I don't bring the Danafor Liz, that might be a good option. I think I will actually do that. And yeah, now we basically have our team. There are of course other units as well, like the Escanor, but the thing is, I don't really want to switch out any of the other units anymore, so Escanor would be definitely a good option. The Diane would be a pretty good option as well. Does the boss actually buff? I'm not sure right now, but if he does buff, I think maybe... Oh, never mind. She only does it in PvP, so it doesn't really matter, but she has 2 single targets, so she's definitely not a bad option at all. But I think at least from the more or less strong characters, that's the only units which... Oh, Chutto Mateo. He has only single targets as well, so he would be definitely a very good choice. But the thing is, as usual, he needs ult gauges in order to actually crit, and I'm not even sure if we are going to crit the TARMIEL, but I think, yeah, as I said, those are going to be the options. We're going to have choose your own team, what you guys think it's going to be the best. Let me know in the comment section which team you have decided for, and in the backline, I think a Alioni. We won't do anything wrong about that. Okay, if I would know how his name is written. Here, maybe double L, that was the problem. Yes, Alioni. And yeah, we're going to gear up everything. We're going to start in, and then we will see how it goes. Okay guys, I'm super sad about this, but unfortunately, as you can see, I still haven't beaten the Hell difficulty. So I've been trying out several teams, but they did not work out for the Hell difficulty. So now instead we're going to use the team I was planning on. We're going to go into the extreme difficulty, and I will first of all try without food. I really hope that it's gonna work without food, which means you can, for example, use gold food instead in case you need some gold. I don't know how much gold we are going to get for a run, but yeah, it would be really cool to just see some of those old, very old units. No one is going to touch them anymore. To see them at least in use for somewhere, I really hope it's gonna work out, because the problem is, like, I've been trying out this team first in the Hell difficulty, and it was just horrible. So in the first phase, it was totally fine, because basically, in the first phase, he's super squishy, he doesn't heal up much, and you don't really need that much damage in order to kill. But in the second phase, he hit super hard. He killed the unit with the lowest health super fast, and also not just that, he actually healed up way more than I was able to deal damage. Okay, no, not really quite like that, but you know what I mean, right? Because there's a damage cap of 20%, so sometimes I was able to hit the 20% if Brynhild attacked, but if the others attacked, it was just so horrible. Afterwards, I tried out, for example, to put in the Escanor, because the Escanor obviously boosts up. Yeah, this was a problem as well, because the debuff, if the unit is already debuffed and they use a debuff, they actually targeted a different unit, which is also super horrible, so it's not really that great of an option. Another thing as well is, so with the Escanor in, it was super great for the first phase. Not Kusek, why am I always saying Kusek? The one speed hit actually for harder, which was a okay thing, I would say, because basically that way we were able to deal a lot of damage in the first phase, but in the second phase my units just died. They just died. We failed. Afterwards I put even the Ragnarok Diane. That didn't work out as well. Ragnarok Diane died. So the unit with the lowest health, it's actually going to be worth it to use a red Tarmiel as well. But right now, as you can see, we are in the extreme difficulty. We don't even get the ult seal, so we easily kill even with such an old team. And yeah, so that's basically it. I really hope you guys like this. So I also, as I said, tried out several teams, so I will actually show you guys the best team I've been finding out, or at least I think it might be the best, but I will do the hard, the hard difficulty instead, because as I said at the beginning, it's not going to be worth it to farm the extreme difficulty unless you just want to be finishing it fast, but it's definitely not worth it. So oh, this is not the team, this is going to be the team. So first of all, the unit with the lowest health, you want to have Tarmiel on, because that can be helpful for the second phase when he damages. Not just that, so Danafor Liz, basically she has a rank down, and the rank down is super helpful. For example, if you get the attack down, if it's a 2-star, if it's a golden, they get rank down. I think that's pretty clear. Another thing as well is Jormungand. Most of the time, Jormungand actually kills with her healing card, because here basically we can deal a higher damage cap than 20%, which means is she able to? I don't know if she's going to be able to. If she does kill with her healing card, so this card is going to be used, so I hope this doesn't kill, and then she's going to kill with this. She heals everyone to full health, because if you kill a unit or a boss when other units are still alive, you actually have a higher damage shown, which means the healing of her will be 30% of the damage shown, I think, at least. So as you can see, because of, oh, never mind. Unfortunately, she won't heal anyone, but it's still cool to see, or basically this is going to be, at least in my opinion, currently, eventually the best team I have, or at least also that everyone should have the units. I think everyone, I think Danafor at this point of the game was free to play once, I don't even remember anymore. Jormungand, a lot of people should have now. And damn, is the damage cap in the second phase also less now? So as you can see, doing extreme or hard is just a piece of cake, and especially if we do have an ult that will deal a lot of damage. Unfortunately here it will be drained, but yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to show you guys. So you can choose between which team you're going to use. Definitely just finish hell once for the 1 gem, but don't try to auto hell, especially just trying to do it. It's just not worth your stamina unless you actually find a team immediately which can auto it. Maybe because they don't even deal that much damage, you can even use AoE units. But yeah, that's it guys, that's basically it for the video. I really hope that this was helpful, you enjoyed watching this. Thank you so much for tuning in, and peace out for now.